Hello and welcome back to 4 steps to starting your healing, improved health, and if you need it, fat release journey. So today is step 2. And step 2, like all of these other steps, is small and simple. Drink more water. How many times have you heard people saying, drink more water? Does it sound like a bit of a cop-out? Oh my God, how is drinking more water going to make me feel like loads better and really improve my health? Well, water is needed for every single biochemical reaction that goes on in your body, second by second, that you know nothing about. All of this incredible stuff that our bodies do all the time, 24/7, without us even thinking about it. Water's needed for all of that to work at its best. So how much water is enough water a day? And what if you really don't like drinking water? Okay, so let's look at those 2 points first. The top tip about drinking water is, if you don't drink very much at the moment, increase the amount of water that you drink slowly. Okay, so maybe up it by kind of aim for a half a glass every couple of days. Okay, so what you want to be aiming for is about 8 glasses of water a day. So about 4 pints or 2 litres, roughly. I'm just going to add that is a completely arbitrary number. Okay, there's no real science behind that. That is a draw a line in the sand and kind of go, there. But 8 glasses of water a day is kind of there or thereabouts. So it's a good place to start. So 8 glasses of water a day, or 4 pints or 2 litres. Increase it slowly, because that will help to minimize those symptoms you get of needing to wee loads more. Because if you suddenly increase the amount of water that you drink, you will find yourself sat on the loo a lot. That settles, but you can avoid that by just increasing it slowly. So next question, what happens if you are not really a big fan of water? Okay, so you can have fizzy water as well. So you could go and find yourself a nice sparkling water. That's a good option. If you are someone who drinks a lot of your calories currently, so you drink a lot of sugary drinks, and there's going to be a sense of withdrawal or sort of feeling like you're missing out, not, a loss of pleasure, then a great thing to do can be to drink your water from something that's really beautiful. Like, find a really pretty glass. I know it sounds crazy, but trust me, it works. A really great tip for a Friday evening when you've come to the end of your week and you feel like a treat is get a really beautiful wine glass, fill it with fizzy water, and then add something like a few raspberries or a squeeze of fresh lime or lemon, or how about perhaps a couple of slices of ginger. And what happens is that taste kind of gently flavors the water and it turns it from being normal water to something that just tastes a little bit more interesting. The other thing that's a great idea with water, if perhaps you're not a big fan of the taste, is buy yourself a water filter. There are loads of different options out there in terms of water filter, but you know what? There is nothing wrong, again, with a starting place of just buying yourself something like a Brita water filter. It's really accessible, it's not crazy expensive, and it can really, really change how your water out of the tap in your home tastes, particularly if you're somewhere where the water tends to be a bit chlorine-y. It makes a massive difference. Okay, so why? Why should you drink more water? I mean, obviously, I've said that every single reaction that goes on in your body, how your body works, really, really needs water to work well. But what sort of things might you notice changing when you increase the amount of water that you drink in a day? So you will notice changes in your skin. You might notice that your skin just looks like a little bit more hydrated, a bit smoother, a little bit less dry. If you suffer from spots, you might find that they clear up a little bit. You will notice, or may well notice, improvements in mood. You might find that your mood lifts a little bit. So water is incredibly important for brain function. You might find that you have some more energy. So that's something that so many people are sort of, wanting to improve these days. So there's a great thing. Just by drinking enough water a day, just by doing that, by changing nothing else, you could really help your energy levels. Drinking enough water can really help constipation as well. Quite often, just being really dehydrated doesn't help, with those sorts of issues. So it could help if you struggle with constipation. Water's also really good for regulating temperature. So, if you're somewhere hot, then it's really, really important that you drink enough water. But also, perhaps if you're moving through towards your menopausal years, drinking a bit of extra water is going to be quite necessary and helpful if you're struggling with hot flushes at the moment. And then also, don't forget, water has a really positive impact on appetite. So, very often when we get those hunger cues, it's actually not hunger, we're thirsty. But because we haven't been drinking enough water for such a long time, our body's kind of sort of forgotten, it almost gives up on saying, oh, you're thirsty, you're thirsty. So, that can really help to reduce appetite too. See you soon.